What's up, gang? Welcome back to another video. Pause, make sure to like and subscribe, and click that notification bell while you're at it so you do not miss a next video. Alright, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I'm in a different location today because I was gonna record in my room, mine and my boyfriend's room, but he's in there playing video games right now. And usually I record stuff in my brother's room, but he's also playing in his room, video games and streaming or whatever. So I'm actually recording in my mother's room, and I'm sorry if you can't really hear me that much. There is an air conditioning, and there might be a dog barking, so just excuse that. Okay, so this is, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, this is going to be a why I dropped out of high school video. Now, I was going to film this video before, but I just feel like it wasn't the time for me to film it. I felt like I needed some time to think it over and actually come up with a list of things that I wanted to talk about. So I've been just putting it off, just like my coming out video. I actually haven't released that or even filmed the rest of that, so you might just have to wait on that one. So, a little disclaimer. I do not condone dropping out of school. I mean, I did it for my personal reasons, and it was also a while back ago. I could always go back and finish the school I missed, and so can you, but I just want people who have gone through through stuff like this to come to my video, watch it, and relate, and to know that they're not alone and that I went through as well. Yeah, so I do have my personal reasons of why I dropped out, as do you probably do. It was just a lot of factors leading up to the fact that I could not handle being in high school at the time. So I dropped out for like 6 months, and then I went on to, I think it was not even a month ago, I emailed them and I asked for access to online school, and then something happened there which I will probably get into later on in the video, and I actually dropped out twice. So yeah, this video is just explaining that why I dropped out and the events leading up to me dropping out. So part of the disclaimer is I do not condone dropping out unless you absolutely need to, but then again, I also recommend it if your mental health is not at what it should be because of the situation that you were in, whether that be your home life or school, because you can always go back and finish school later on in life. Mental health does come first. No matter what people tell you, school is not your number one priority. You are your number one priority, nothing else. So I think the first thing I'm going to start off with is one of the biggest things is, number one, I had no emotional support. So at that period of time, if you guys don't know, I actually don't talk to a lot of my family members, and I have no friends because people have just treated me bad in the past, and I just don't want to go through that again. And if you're toxic, I'll drop you. So I had no friends, and I wasn't really dating my boyfriend yet. And this isn't just high school, by the way, that I'm explaining. It was mostly high school. The reason why I dropped out was because of the stuff happening in high school, but it was also elementary and stuff like that. So the school, I'm just gonna put it out there, the school part, the workload wasn't a problem. The work I was doing wasn't a problem. I could do it perfectly fine if I actually sat down and if I had good mental health and I had somewhat of emotional support. I would have done great in high school. I would have done great, because grade 9 I was getting 80s and 90s, and I was doing good in school up until the end of grade 9 and going into grade 10. So back into the no emotional support. I just didn't have any friends to lean on, and I didn't have any like family members because none of my family members are supportive, especially to me. They've never, like, they've always been negative about things. They've never actually wanted to sit down and have a conversation with me of how I'm doing, or if they could help, or stuff like that. Like, just, I never felt like I could actually talk to people about things, even guidance. Like, at the school I went to, there's this guidance where you can go and talk to people, but I feel like they, even like therapists, like, I feel like they do their job a certain way, and it's where they ask you questions and you just say yes or no. They don't actually help you. Or maybe that was just me, but especially my school, like the guidance and the therapists in my school, they were not supportive and they were not helpful at all. All they said to me was just focus on school, just get it all done, and everything will turn out great because you'll get a better job. And honestly, that was not helpful to me whatsoever, because I was trying, no matter how hard I tried to focus on my schoolwork, there was still stuff at home, there was still stuff at school, and the teachers were not helping me when I needed the help. And my principal, we're going to get to that in a second, the principal is another factor. But I had I had no emotional support. So I was also fighting with my father, my biological father. If you do not know me, one, hi if you're new, and two, I actually don't talk to my father anymore, and I haven't for like 2 years, I think. Yeah, he's just been in and out of my life for like my whole entire life, and I don't know, he's just very toxic and not a good person to be around. He was actually texting me during school negative things, calling me a bunch of names, as well as his wife. And that's just a whole nother like video and story, but we're not going to get into that like anytime soon unless I absolutely have to. But that was just one factor. He was actually stalking me. He was texting me nonstop during school, and when I needed to get my stuff done and I was actually able to, he'd text me and just ruin my whole day, and I would just be unmotivated to do anything, stuff like that. Number 3, my home environment was terrible. If you don't know me, it's not as bad. I feel like it's gotten better, but I mean, it's different every week. Me and my mom would get into like physical fights, and it was just really like, it'd be so toxic every time she came home, which was, I don't want to get into too much like in depth because it's a whole nother video as well, but let's just say everyone in my family, like everyone in my immediate family in my house, is extremely toxic. I feel like it has gotten better since I dropped out of school and since I've gotten a job recently, but she would also text me during school telling me like I'm a terrible person, I'm all this and this and that, and it was just so toxic and so like, it was weighing me down to the point where I couldn't focus, and I would be crying during class, and my teacher would ask me what's wrong, even though I know she didn't really care, but then again, it was something. Somebody was asking me if I was okay, and it was just too much with school. I had a job, I was trying to move out, but we're gonna get to that in a second. It was just too much, so that's another factor. Also, number 4, school. My school is very stuck up. Like my high school and my elementary, but that's a different story. We're talking about high school. The school I went to is, everybody's stuck up. There's like maybe 1 or 2 actually nice people. Yeah, there would be people who would like come and try and fight me for no reason, just because either they're high or they just had a bad day or something. Like, I remember in grade 9, we were playing gym, and some girl, well, I'm not gonna say anybody's name because I'm not like that. Also, legal reasons. But I just remember this one day in gym, like grade 9 gym class, this girl tried to fight me because I don't even know, like, I didn't throw the ball right or something. Like, we were playing basketball or something, and I didn't throw the ball right. And this girl tried to get up in my face. I told her to back off. And that would happen. They're literally on the first day of my high school, grade 11, there was 3 fights with 3 different people at all at the same time. There would be 5 people against 1 person, and then there'll be like 10 people against 2 people, and there'll be 2 people against like 6 people, and that happened like 3 times a day. There were so many stabbings at my school, murders, like people would be going to the hospital like every day. And yeah, like it was just so crazy. Like there's been so many times where I've almost like had to actually have a physical altercation with people just for no reason, because they came up to me and just tried to fight me because apparently I looked at them wrong, when I'm a very like nice person, outgoing person. Like I was never rude to people for no reason. I would never like give you a dirty look for no reason. Like I would never do that. Even if like there was a good reason to give you a dirty look, I still wouldn't, unless we had a physical altercation and there was an actually good reason to do something. Like I was never rude to anybody, and there was just be so many people that would make fun of me and just come up to me and try and fight me for no reason. Like I just don't understand. I will call you out, but there's always a reason. I'm a nice person to everybody, even if I don't know you. Like, bro, I'm that type of girl who will literally see a really pretty girl walking like by or something me, and I'll be like, oh damn girl, you're pretty. Like I'll compliment you, no matter your gender. And if I see that I like your hair or something, like if I see some girl or guy with good looking hair, I'll be like, oh damn, I like your hair, it's so pretty, where'd you get the products, or where'd you get the hair dye, who did your hair? Like I'm always that type of person. Oh, if you smell good, I'll be like, damn, where's the if you smell good and you walk by me, I'm always the type of person who'll be like, oh, you smell good sis, where'd you get the perfume, like hook me up. I'm that kind of person. I've never walked up to someone and called them anything or anything like that. Okay, moving on before this gets too deep into nothing. Anyways, teachers. We've said a little bit in this video about teachers, but I want to get a little bit more into depth. So there'll be so many teachers that, especially one specific teacher that have, even in elementary, but we're talking about high school. In elementary school, in high school, there was this one teacher. She was my math teacher, and she told me to switch out of her class because I wasn't gonna make it in her class because I was not smart enough to be in her class, and that I was never gonna be successful. She told me that I was gonna fail before I even got to the class and signed up. But she's never seen me. The first day she's ever met me, she said that to me. And I was getting good grades too. Like, I remember grade 9 in her, like I ended up failing because I'm not the best at math. But I didn't actually fail the class. Like, I was close to failing many times, but I always got it back up. But she told me that I was gonna fail the first day before I even did any work, before she could even look at me, before she could even like judge my personality. She told me that I was gonna fail and that I wasn't gonna make it in life and I was never gonna be successful. And not only was it her who said that, but everybody else. And not only teachers. People who didn't even know me, has never seen me before, was telling me, that I wasn't going to be successful in life. Okay, tell me how that works. Tell me how that works. Anyways, so there's just so many people putting me down and telling me I wasn't gonna make it in life and that I was gonna fail and that I should just drop out, and so many people told me that I should like switch out of a class because I wasn't smart enough to be there. But anyways, fake friends. I had so many people that would pretend to be my friend just to either expose me or just for drama purposes, which is they're both the same thing, but they mean kind of different things. So exposing me, like the exposing part was for people that didn't know me, and like one girl tried to fight me, and then she goes around the school telling everybody she knows me, that we were best friends and all that, and she fought me and then she won. And then another person that she tells that story to, she wants to expose me because I have a good and a bad reputation. The bad reputation was based off of people just assuming what personality I have, who I am, and what I do, blah 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 blah. It's all fake shit. And then the good reputation, people want to smush that. They tried so hard to smush that good reputation with some people, the people that actually took the time to get to know me. And even then, they turned around and stabbed me in the back. That's another video. So those people that heard about the bad stuff, which was fake, and then they would take it and they would turn it into like this big thing. They go around spreading rumors, they try to fight me, and they would get to know me, like they'd become my friends just to find out some like stuff, or like tea I spilled, which I don't usually do, but they were waiting for that. And sometimes I'd like get frustrated at situations, and I'd be like, this person really hurt me, this person actually said this to me and I just didn't like it. Never as like I didn't want it to be a dramatic big thing, but they would turn it and switch my words, saying that, oh, I wanted to fight that person, or I called this person this bad thing, and then they go spread it around. And then I find out later that they did that and they were supposed to be my friend. But anyways, even like people that I thought like that was my best friend, and like we were close, like they really weren't my friend. At the beginning I thought that, but like at the end I realized the hard way that people are not trying to be my friend there. Like, if I was gonna make friends, it should be people that I actually pick out myself, and like if I know someone is a good person, like I take the time to talk to them and they're like being nice to me, or we start getting close and like I don't see any negative signs, I don't see any toxicity, then maybe I can be friends with them. But everybody I've met has always turned around and stabbed me in the back. Anyways, so 7, poor mental health. So throughout my entire life, I've always had poor mental health. So I've had depression for a while, like I would say grade 2. And yeah, people would argue that's fairly young, but if you actually take the time to get to know me and you like I actually open up to you, there's a lot of shit that happened to me and I went through that made me like that. I don't want people to take this video and spin it on me, like, and be like, oh, she's lying, or like she has poor mental health, let's attack her, blah blah blah. I don't want that. Because if you're gonna comment some hate down below, you can just leave, because this is my home. My channel is my house, and you were coming into my home and you were shitting on my home. So if you're gonna comment anything down below, it better be positive, or you can just leave, because I will just delete your comment because I don't need that in my life. I put off this video for that reason. Sorry. It's okay. I put off this video for, that's one reason, but two, because I needed to collect myself and to figure out what I was going to say to the people that actually are going to take the time to watch this video and actually care. But I just had like terrible mental health for a while, and I just needed the time, the 6 months that I took to take time and have like do some self-care, work on myself mentally and physically, become a better person, grow for myself, not just get thrown under the bus by other people that I don't even know, or just my friends, or like I didn't even work for the longest time, because I have a whole video on why I stopped working at the place I did. I'll link it here or something, but yeah, you can go watch that if you want. But I actually stopped working as well because it was just a toxic environment and I didn't want that for myself, so I quit and I worked on myself for those 6 months, and I feel like, honestly, I don't regret taking the 6 months that I did, plus, like the 6 months plus, till this day. But like honestly, people ask me like why I dropped out, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like I'm doing what I want to do, and I've finally actually achieved the goals that I've been trying to achieve. I have a job now. For the longest time I was trying to find a job, and I have that now. It's a small part-time job, but it's something. We're almost done with the video. I don't know, honestly, I'm probably gonna watch this back and feel like I haven't explained myself, and I haven't like gone in depth like how much I want to, or like I didn't express myself as much as I wanted to. So if you see editing me, that's probably why. But number 8, I was trying to move out. So I've been trying to save up money since, first of all, I've been working since I was like 5 years old. But anyways, so I was trying to save up money as best as I could since I was like 10. I've always been a go-getter, and I've always been on top of my game, and I've always been the one to be working while my friends are hanging out, or like I've always been trying to work and like be independent and have the things that I never had, and I would go out and get it for myself. I've always been that type of person who would, if I don't have something, I'll go out and get it. And if I want something, I will also go out and get it. But yeah, I was trying to move out because of reasons that I've stated. I just need my own, I've been needing this for a while. Since even before me and Brandon, which is my boyfriend, started dating, I've always needed my own space, my own like space where nobody else lives, like just me. And the point is, I was trying to get my own space, and it's mostly to work on myself and to like work on my mental health, make sure I'm healthy as a person, because you should be your number one priority, never anybody else. That comes second. But yeah, I just feel like I was in a bad, terrible place for a while. I just needed time to work on myself without having anybody try and bring me down or say anything negative to me, or I didn't want any negative things in my life. I wanted to have my own space where I can like go to have some positive vibes and like just work on myself and not have anyone, like not worry about anyone trying to bring me down. I'm honestly so tired right now. I was supposed to go to work tomorrow, but she canceled, so I guess I'm working next weekend. So I mean, that means more videos for you guys. So anyways, what is up? It is the next day. I actually haven't even got dressed yet today, and it's like 3 in the afternoon. My hair isn't done, nothing, but I just wanted to come on and finish the rest of the video. Honestly, to wrap up the whole video, like, there was another part, but I feel like there's not really much time in, like, there's a lot of footage already, and it's going to be like a half an hour video, and I don't think anyone's going to sit that long through the video. So if you guys made it this far, I love you. You're real ones. So anyways, to wrap up this video, I initially dropped out to better myself and better my mental health and to take care of myself, and I only dropped out for me, myself and I. And yeah, everything's kind of looking up and is, like, I don't know, I feel like it's gotten a lot better. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, and click that notification bell so you do not miss a next video. I post at least twice a week, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!